the new London and Coin mascot. My name's Penny, and this is Mike Hargis. Pete told me to come over because you would let me be the mascot of London Coin. Would that be okay?
No.
I can't be your mascot.
No.
You know that Keaton is a veterinarian, and I've always wanted to be a German Shepherd dog. My favorite dog in the whole world is a mean German Shepherd.
Welcome to London Coin and Collectables.
Hello, everybody.
I'm so bummed out. Two things. There's two reasons. Number one, I wanted to have a mascot. I worked so hard on Penny. And here we are now. Not only do we not have a mascot, but I didn't get to cut your beard off. Somebody cut your beard off.
Somebody else did it for us. Yeah, somebody
Saw
else
our
got
video and said, we're going to get you. They held you down, cut your beard, didn't they?
Now, I'm going to tell you what y'all need to do is you need to put in the comments whether you think he really worked hard on Penny or not. Oh, mercy.
I did
well, hello,
not
friend.
Lie to me. I didn't like honesty. I don't like honesty. So, since we're talking about not being honest, we're going to talk about fakes tonight, right?
We're going to talk about fakes, yes.
Oh, my goodness. Now, I'm telling you what. If you've never paid attention, you want to pay attention right now because we live in a world that is so crazily involved in trying to fraud everybody.
Yes.
It's too darn hard just to do the right thing. So we're going to spend all of our energy trying to come up with something that's fake. And we have entire countries devoted to doing just that.
Right. And medias.
And back in, I think it was 1972. I don't know that to be 100% factual. But I think in 1972, Annex was actually the first company that came along. They set themselves up around Washington, D.C. And the whole reason that they came into being was just to try to deal with fakes.
That's right.
There was so much that started flooding that crazy market in the 70s. And so Annex popped up. And, of course, if you don't know much about Annex and NCG and PCGS and all that kind of stuff, we'll do a whole episode about that later on.
Different grading companies.
And what we're learning about. But tonight, Brother Mike is here to give you fair warning.
Right. And, well, you know, and it's funny you bring up 1972 because the reason that Annex did is because of the overwhelming flooding of counterfeits. But the problem is they found out a lot of the coins they already had. There was people who have became famous because of the flooding of fake coins, big counterfeit money. And by the way, you know, of course, this is a felony because this is currency. You're not allowed to manufacture American currency unless you're like the federal government or something like that. But one of the things you'll hear things that when you're collecting your coins, you'll hear about a man called the Omega Man. The Omega Man is real famous for making gold coins, and he would put his Omega mark on different parts of the coin, and he was real good at doing like the Indian Head Princess. He did some of the double eagles. He was really famous for doing that. And then you have guys, but he actually used pure gold, which was bad enough. But he was really good at making the coins look very authentic. But because he didn't want people to not know that they were actually authentic, he had enough moral character to put a mark on there to always let everybody know where his counterfeits was running out there. Wasn't that really nice of him? But really what we're dealing with today is people that are what I think are the most just unscrupulous. They are absolutely out here to do one thing, and that is to defraud. Now listen, whether it's real gold and real silver and it's not a real coin, that's bad enough. But,
so let me ask you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why is it so important? I mean, not only from, you know, a realistic guy. I mean, we want real history, not fake history.
Right.
But why is it so important to catch the fakers and to get the fakes off the market?
Well, because of just the harm they do to people. They will sell these to people, and they take good, hard-earned money and they're giving you things in return that aren't worth literally the metal they're made out of.
And it hurts numismatics, doesn't it?
All the way across the board, because
If I had spent, like, I'm going to say $50. Let's say I spent $50 on this and found out it's worth
Can you show the camera that one? I want to see
$50. And then find out that I spent $50 on a 3-cent coin, and it will never be worth more than 3 cents because it's nickel.
Yeah.
It's extremely, I mean, I'm going to lose interest in collecting stuff very quickly.
And really the biggest thing is like this one here. I happen to have the 1799 version, a little bit different hairdo, but if you see on the 1795, and this is one of the big problems, this is not a $50 coin. What you have is you have something that looks very authentic. It has reed edges. They went to make sure that it looks like it's pressed. And when you got, this is the real thing, you have a $2,200 coin that somebody has made to like it's almost uncirculated. When you put these in capsules and stuff, I tell you, I'm going to start by saying this. We made sure to get out capsulated coins, and I'm going to show you this. This is from the company PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and I want to say something about them and NGC and Annex. If you have a legitimate graded coin in this, they all put these barcodes. They have numbers that are supposed to run concurrent with your coin. If you get these coins and those numbers do not match up inside those sleeves, and also I'm going to go as far as to say on the back of the sleeve, you need to watch. And I didn't know we were going to start here, but this is a good thing to kind of look for. You need to watch for a globe, a world globe on the back side, or what you all are starting to learn is the reverse of the coin. You need to look for a globe symbol that's on the back, because a lot of people do not know that you can actually buy capsules just like this, but they put a globe on the back of it to let it be known that it's done by individuals. When you get one that comes from PCGS, they have the PCGS symbol in the on the obverse side, bottom left, and they'll have that security feature right here. And these are sealed lock. If these are broken, if the seal's broken, I do not trust anything that would be no longer sealed. NGC is the same thing. These are sealed lock. You'll have the NGC symbols on them. You have all the NGC.com verify on the back here that really shows that these are authentic coins. They've been authentically graded, and they're beautiful coins. But here you've got a coin that it sure looks right, but it would hurt somebody from wanting to collect in the future if it took one bad hit. Let's say Brother Keaton had a great point. You're a brand new collector. You've just gotten this, and you're wanting to get into coins, and your first experience with a coin is with something that would take all your money.
Yeah.
It'd really put a bad taste in your mouth.
So we understand that PCGS, NCG, and all these Annex and stuff, they have ways of authenticating the coin, okay? And we send them off, and they even have guns that they can shoot at them and do metallurgy,
Yeah.
and all sorts of different things. But how does a regular coin shop guy, how do you protect yourself? What would you say are the top 5 things that you do to authenticate a coin?
Okay, so first and foremost, well, I'll just kind of walk you through, especially when you're getting coins that have a different type of look. The first thing that I really do is I look at the coin, and I'm looking for too perfect. It's not in a holder. It's really shiny. It doesn't have the clean marks, but everything's well pressed. I start looking for that first. Now I'm going to tell you, I do that for initial value. I do that for the initial to see if I'm even interested. But as far as now detection, once we have looked at the coin, I grabbed an 1876 trade dollar here. The first thing that I do, and now some of you are not going to have the things that I'm mentioning. I want you to know that you can get any of this from us here at London Coins and Collectables. The shop is not quite open yet, but if you call me or email me at londoncoinbuyer@gmail.com or 606-401-7025, if you give us a call or give me an email, yes, you can buy these things for your home. So the first thing that I would do is when I take a coin like this right here, is I take my earth magnet. Now I know a lot of people what they do. I'm gonna get this away from the calibration machine, but a lot of people what they do, they want to get a magnet off of their refrigerator. Now listen, in the particular ones that I'm using today, these coins here are very, very, very hard if they have got actual silver in them. So I want you to understand that. What this magnet is, this is a lot stronger magnet. This pulls out any impurity. So what I do first is I magnet check coins. Now on a magnet check coin, anything that is of silver and gold, of course we know silver, gold, and copper are not magnetic. So when you come over here and yes, it's in plastic, but the earth magnet would be strong enough to actually pick it up. So this here is a eagle, a $1 eagle. And if this $1 eagle was fake, it would come up with the magnet. Now I've happen to have an eagle sitting here. This is a 2019 eagle. I was telling Brother Keaton that actually a coin dealer, these were sleeved. He bought a bunch of these mistakenly thinking that he trusted the person that was selling them to him. And not only that, but they had the beautiful W on the back of them. He saw the West Point and he was happy to have them. Problem is that I want to say every one of them. There may have been one or two that actually weren't. Maybe that was one of the big things that they did. I do know that you in bulk coins, something maybe to throw in, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll put out 25, 30 coins and they'll have half of them be real and the other half not be real. But whenever you take an eagle, even through plastic, see how strong the magnet is. It's not like your kitchen magnet. So, but even through plastic, if it's fake, it will grab it. It's very strong magnet. These are called earth magnets. I like the style that I carry because it's easy to keep on your key rings. They have different types of styles of them. They have little bars of them. Actually, you can't see, but I got one off in the distance that's actually a little bar. And these things are great for the first detection of whether or not they are legitimate coin. Secondly, these are little scales that we sell right here at London Coin and Collectables. And whenever we have this great world of technology now, and the great world of technology, you have different coin books. We have what's called the Red Book. I actually don't have a copy of it with me today. I wish I did, but I recommend every coin dealer, every coin collector, everybody that is getting a passion for any type of coins, I recommend you to get one of these books, and I'm going to tell you why. These books are great in detail. They not only will list out the value of your coin, but each one of them have a wonderful opening paragraph, tells you about when the coin was made, about the type of diameter. And I don't have a macrometer with me, but you'll have a macrometer that tells you exactly the diameter, and we'll talk about that here in a second. But then it tells you the weight in grams. Now, and we know that if you're going to have a piece dollar, a piece dollar would of course weigh 26.7, and we don't have one loose to weigh to show you that. But if you were to weigh, I don't have a piece dollar somewhere, one of these fakes, I'm going to try to lift it up where the camera can see it. So I'm going to put this kind of right here. Hopefully you all can see this. I'm going to try to balance it as best I can. But if you see that, it's way under the weight. In fact, it's fluctuating because it's on an angle. But if you set it down flat, this particular coin weighed 19.6 grams. And you say, now, Mike, does it really make that big of a deal that the weight's off? Oh, it's very key. The weight is, listen, even on a coin that is wore down, will not lose, in most circumstances, a gram of weight. They'll mostly be off maybe 0.2 to 0.3 on the scale of that. And if they're overweight, for instance, the 26.7 for the piece of the Morgan, if they were 30, I know I have immediately that I have a fake coin.
Weight becomes so important in numismatics and coin collecting because in so many types of coinage, that's the only way that you can tell whether you have a rare coin or not. Mm-hmm. For instance, the 1983 penny is a zinc penny, mm-hmm. but it's a crossover year. They went from copper to zinc. So there's some 1983 pennies out there that are on a steel or on a copper planchet.
Right.
And they weigh 3.5 grams versus, or 3.1
Yeah, 3.1.
versus the 2.5, which is the zinc.
Right.
And so you're going through your coin, you see a 1983, and you weigh it, and it hits 3.1. Oh my goodness, you've got a winner.
Yeah. And it's great for verifying the coin. It's also great for catching false coins. But also, I think what helps with the weight too, and the reason I recommend you come down here, call me, get a scale of your own, is because the coins you think they would not forge are the coins a lot of times they do forge. For instance, we all know a nickel weighs 5 grams. And people say, well, they would never forge a buffalo nickel. Oh, yes, they would. I have seen forgeries in almost every type of coin. In fact, wasn't that long ago that a princess coin came up, and everything looked great about the princess coin. I weighed it and actually let a buddy of mine borrow it, and he's showing it to people because it had absolutely as good as it looked. It was non-magnetic and had no gold in it at all. But the big key for me catching it was, if I didn't have my magnet, if I had my scale, as soon as I put on the scale, I realized it was way too light to be an authentic coin.
Yeah, that's that's just crazy. What are some of the top 5? Do you know what the top 5 faked coins are?
Well, I happen to have number 1 right here is the trade dollar. The trade dollar is the most, and you may have different professional opinion on this, but I will tell you about everybody that I ever deal with, everybody talk to, that if I said, hey, what's the number 1 fake coin you get, they're going to say, oh, the trade dollar. And the reason being is because the trade dollar was for so long, it was left over in China. And so therefore you had a lot of the forgers that come out of that area. They had this coin where a lot of the forgers come out kind of that area. They can mass produce them. And when you look at this coin, they've had it for a long time to be able to duplicate it. If I was to say the second one would happen to be the bust dollar. Now, I have a real one. I set the fake one somewhere down here. Oh, there she is. This is another one. Now, on a bust dollar, I will not buy a bust dollar or a trade dollar unless I have weighed it and I have put it on a micrometer and then gotten the actual dimensions of the coin, because these are faked so much. In fact, if I don't have this type of tool, if I'm buying it off a buddy of mine that I know that he has done this, I feel very secure. And anytime you buy one of these coins, you want it to come from a reputable dealer, somebody that, listen, we're all human. Things happen. Things slide by. And if you buy something from a dealer that didn't catch something, because they get really good sometimes, you want it to be from somebody who's going to say, okay, listen, we're not going to argue about this. I'm going to give you back your money because it's the right thing to do. And I'm going to take that coin back. If you're always buying off people off the street, sooner or later, you're going to have stacks of $300-$400 coins you do not want to have in your possession. And back to your first question, so those two would probably be the most. Next would be the Morgans. And then you have, of course, just a variety. From there, it kind of branches out.
I think the 1909 SVDB is also a big,
heavily
one.
Forged. Yes.
And one of the ways that you can tell is that there's no dot between the V, the D, and the B, and or the VBD.
and what's really awesome is that those books that we sell, they'll give you little things to look for
to make sure that it's authenticated. But so weighing it, the diameter, looking at it, okay, magnetizing it, that's 4. So what's your 5th thing that you got that you like to do?
If I'm going to narrow it down to the 5th thing, I would narrow it down to what we call a coin wand. And these right here are they're very simple to get. You can buy them from us. These right here, now you have different varieties of prices on these. This one right here would cost, I think they're somewhere on the south end, $300. But now they get as expensive, depending on what type of one you want. They have wands that are as expensive as $20,000. Or you can, or I'm sorry, not $20,000, it's about $5,000. And then the wand, this is a gun that you shoot at the coin. It's only, I think it was in like the very affordable area, $25,000.
Very affordable area, yeah.
But these right here, what these do, especially when you're dealing with your coins, is these will give you a velocity reader It comes with the gel that you put on the coin. I'll show you that real quick. So it comes with this gel right here. And with the gel that it comes out, you'll have your little micrometer. This is for the width side of it. And then you'll have a wand. And whenever you put the little gel on the coin, you'll match it. So it's really kind of cool. So I'm going to kind of, without messing up the calibrations, because I don't have the book with me today, without messing up, so you'll see where it says 0.00 mm. You would take the coin, you would find it in the dead center, make sure that it's flat. This one is 2.27 mm. Now what you would do next is you would put the gel on, and because it's already set to 3240, it's already silver, you would hook this up with the gel on it, you would put the wand on it, and you would hold it there. And then if that number did not come back, I think we said it was what, 2.74? If it didn't come back to 2.74, you do not have an authentic silver coin. If it comes back, now you know these are 90%, so it'll give you an equation. So at 2.74, it would come back somewhere around 2.54. You're still good because you've got a 10% there that you have to work with. But now if it come back 3.8, or I've seen it for whatever reason, it'll throw it off real bad if you got on the silver setting and it's metal, it'll throw it way off. And these little things, they're very nice and they're helpful to have something that would be a blessing while you've got it out, and just kind of use it on your coins to kind of get an idea of what you're dealing with.
I've also seen magnetic slides where you can get like metal, and it's like different velocity, and you watch the coin slide down, and the speed that it slides down tells you how silver or not silver it is. Have you seen those?
I have, yeah, I've seen that.
What
And
are they called?
well, really, I've not dealt with a whole lot of the slides, and people's got different. I've not used them enough to say, but I will tell you, there's some people that say they'd rather have a wand than the slide. So I really don't know much about the slide. I've kind of avoided it because you'll see some of the guys who use a trick. They use a slide. They'll put the coin on it and they'll eke it, and they'll kind of watch it themselves go, and they'll kind of watch to see how fast it goes across the earth magnet. I've never used that type of system to check before.
So if somebody had a coin that was in question and they didn't want to spend this kind of money, what would you charge them to pull this thing out and test their coin, or to just try to give your own professional authentication of the coin?
Nothing.
We
We want you to be happy coin collecting. We want you to be satisfied in your coin collection. We want you to see the exciting part of this. And what I would love to do is I would like to help cut out a lot of the negativity that's in the Newsmax side. And the only way we can do that is by being proactive to help one another from having these coins eke into collections, to eke into the stores and out of the stores. And that's the thing, is if you have a coin that you have a question of whether or not it's authentic and you wanted to get it checked out, please don't hesitate. You say, well, I don't want to bother you, it's just one coin. But if that coin is important to your collection, then that coin is important to London's Coin and Collectible, because we want to make sure that you love your coins.
That's right. We want you to have a good time with your coin collection. If you're not enjoying your coin collection, then what's the point of doing it?
Right. No, yeah, you might as well take up golfing.
Coin collecting and hunting and looking at the patterns and trading and visiting with people, I mean, that's the exciting part of numismatics. And, there's, of course, a business side to it. Everybody, has a business side, especially when you're coin dealing. But it's entertainment. It's fun. It's an awesome thing. And I guarantee you, you could spend just about as much time collecting coins as you can playing golf.
Oh yeah, and that was for my buddy Kent. He loves golf. He probably watched this video, so you can. And I'm going to tell you something. This is one that's got a lot of history to it. It's got a lot of enjoyment to it. You're not only holding history, but you're kind of preserving history. And and that's the thing is about these coins. You want to have a collection that you're happy with. And listen, I'm going to tell you, a lot of people have one thing, and I think that if I was to be honest, us men suffer from it more than anybody, is we don't like to ask. We don't want to, we think that we can just close one eye, look at the coin real good, and that thing is real according to me. if I was to hold up both of these coins right here and I was to ask you, which coin's real and which coin's not, and you say, well, I think that the one on the right is, or I think the one on the left is, I'll let you, you know what, I'll let you guys put in the comments right now. Which one do you believe is the authentic coin? Which one do you believe that is real? Put it down there in the comments real quick, what you think is real and what you think is not real. And I'll give you the answer. Neither one of them are real. Because this is a 1922 fake high relief, which would be just absolutely exponentially expensive. And then this one here is the 1921 high relief, which would still be an expensive coin. They both are not authentic. They both wouldn't even pass. They both wouldn't pass the magnet test. So, to give you an idea of, how hard it can be to just eyeball it when you first get in, I strongly recommend that you would at least get an earth magnet and we can hook you up that stuff.
Okay, so what do you do with your fakes?
Well, actually, some of the guys that gets them and then myself, we keep them because they're, number one, they're reminders, they're references to go back in to check, but also as we get new stuff in, things that we hadn't seen before, we kind of pass them around, let people see them. And if you ever want to see what these coins look like to get an idea, you're more welcome to come up and look at them. Now, what I don't do is I don't sell them because I don't want anybody buying them accidentally, and I don't think it'll all be on purpose, but I want everybody to accidentally get out here and start selling trade dollars that they thought was real to somebody. So if you'd like to come by to look at them, to feel them, to see them, and to see how authentic they do look, please don't hesitate.
There is a place, I think I read, that you can actually send them and have them destroyed. Is that true?
Oh, yeah, there is, and I'm not going to know the name of it, but you are right. You can actually, it's through the federal government too, you can send any kind of fake currency in to have destroyed. And I'll tell you something else, if you don't send them in, I will tell you there is something that you can do that honestly, if these were to even be displayed, to be showed, you want to engrave, you want to take something very sharp, and you want to put copy or put fake, and you want to actually deface the coin. I have not defaced these for one simple reason. I take them around and we look at them, we feel them, and these are, especially if they're not magnetic. If they're not magnetic, you really want to destroy them, because I'm going to tell you what would be real bad is to actually mix those up in your own collection, and one day maybe you thought you were selling off one and you had a backup, and then you realize your backup's not real, and then you've lost that coin out of your collection. So these being magnetic, I wouldn't be as quick to have to engrave them, because most people are going to catch these. Now, you shouldn't have them out at trade shows or anything like that, but if they aren't magnetic, I do recommend taking something and really defacing the coin, really putting damage to it, putting copy or putting fake inside the coin as well.
Fantastic. Well, I have enjoyed talking about fakes with you.
Yeah, it's been a good time. I'm happy we can get this out here too, because there's nothing more heartbreaking than when people buy stuff and they think they have got this crown jewel that they found, and they bring it to you and you gotta let them know that it ain't worth anything.
Hey, and that's the bad part about Mike's job, is he is going to be honest with you. If your coin's worth something, he's going to be honest with you about that. If it's fake, he's going to be honest with you about that. As hard as it is to tell people, yeah, this is a fake coin, and I'm sure you've had to face that already.
You have, and can I throw out one more little tidbit before we close the video?
Yes.
If somebody tells you your coin's not authentic and then offers to buy it, they're not authentic. You don't buy fake coins.
Yeah.
So I've actually heard people tell me that they use that line on them. So if somebody looks at you and says your coin's not authentic, hey, but what would you take for it though? Run.
All right. Londoncoinbuyer at gmail.com. 606
401-7025. We have got a great variety. I want to thank everybody that came out to the flea market on Saturday.
Yeah.
We sold a bunch, but man, you ought to see the inventory we have. And listen, you need to come out this Saturday. Be out there this Saturday at the flea market. It is the second building when you come in the entrance It'll be the second aisleway. You go down the right, about halfway, you'll see me down there. Be set up, and we got some fantastic coins going out this Saturday.
All right. Well, we have 19 subscribers now, and we're still 81 away from giving away a coin.
We're chugging that way, aren't we?
Yeah. So help us. Tell people about our channel. Like, subscribe. You know how YouTube works. So get that out there. And comment below. If there's something you'd like us to talk about or something you'd like to see, comment below.
I want to spice it up a little bit. When we hit 100, because you have to be a subscriber to have an opportunity. When we hit 100 for that gold coin,
Gold coin.
You're
gonna give away a gold coin?
A gold coin. If we hit 100 subscribers, we're gonna give away a gold coin. So help get it out there. Help get us up in the subscribers.
Do you want to specify what size of gold coin we're giving away?
We'll let that. As the closer we'll get, we'll announce it. We'll show the coin off.
Okay. All right. Man, what if I subscribe to our channel? Can I win a gold coin?
No, and neither can Penny. Bye, guys. God bless you.
God bless you all.
I love it, man. Oh my goodness. Where you come?
Do what?
Where you come up with this? Oh, Marcy, get in here.